first graders. Welcome to Math Strategies. This is part of your summer boot camp series, getting you guys all ready for second grade. So in this video, we're going to go over some of the math strategies that you have worked on this year in first grade and just do a nice review of them so that you can practice those strategies at home this summer. So the first strategy that you guys learned how to do in first grade was when you got an equation, you learned how to build that equation with objects. And you started by using connecting cubes like you see in the first picture. So in that first picture, this student solved the equation of 4 plus 5. And they solved 4 plus 5 by taking 4 green cubes, putting it together with 5 red cubes, connecting them all together, and noticing that they had 9 all together. Another way that you guys learned how to build equations with objects was by using your red and yellow counters. So on the bottom picture, you can see where a first grader solved the equation 6 minus 4, and they found that it equals 2 by using 6 yellow counters, taking away 4 of those counters, and it left them with 2. Now, you probably don't have connecting cubes and counters at home, but I've included a list of things that I bet you do have at home. So if you were solving some equations trying to get faster at your math facts from home, you could use some of these objects like rocks, beads, crayons, paper clips, Legos, action figures. You could even use some snack foods like Cheerios or Goldfish or pretzels. You could use candy. Those are different things that you probably have at home that you could use to build a model to solve an equation. Something else that you could do would be to draw a picture. So if you had a story problem, like there are 6 butterflies playing in a park, 3 more butterflies join them. How many butterflies are playing in the park now? You could take your time and draw a really nice picture that matches the story. You can see where this first grader drew the butterflies and the flowers, and that works fine if you want to do that to solve the equation 6 plus 3. But most of you know the faster way to just draw a picture for your equation would be to do what the second student did, whereas drawing 6 X's on the top and then 3 X's on the bottom, and that represents the 6 plus 3. So you guys know that you can quickly draw a picture or you can draw a very elaborate fancy picture, but either way, both options for drawing a picture help you solve that equation. Another strategy that we've learned in first grade is how to use a number line. So you can use a number line to add and to subtract. So in the first picture, the student used a number line to solve the equation 3 plus 4. They started by circling the 3, and they hopped down their number line 4 times, which ended up on the number 7. For subtracting, the student solved the equation 4 minus 2 by starting at the 4 and hopping backwards 2 times, which landed on the number 2. Now, there's certain websites that you can use where you can go online and do a number line. You can also use the number line. Some of you have them on your math journals that you got back from school at our pickup day. But if you don't have either of those number lines, you can use what we call an open number line, where you simply draw a line like the one on the screen and add in the tallies and the numbers yourselves. It's super quick, and I know all of you can do it. Another strategy we spent a lot of time on this year in first grade is using a number bond. And when we use a number bond, we are finding our part, whole. And understanding the part, whole helps us understand the equation, and it helps us solve the equation. So you know that if you're adding numbers together, that part plus part equals the whole. If you're subtracting, you start with the whole, and the whole minus the part will equal the other part. So one quick and simple way to solve an addition or subtraction equation is by filling it in the number bond. And even if you don't automatically see the answer when you fill it in the number bond, it helps you make sure that you understand the part, whole relationship for the equation. We spent a lot of time memorizing our doubles facts this year. So all of those doubles facts should be in your brain. You should see one of those like 7 plus 7, and your brain would automatically know that that is 14. So if you have your doubles facts memorized, it's super easy to solve those doubles plus 1. I encourage you to spend some time this summer memorizing your doubles and your doubles plus 1 facts to help you solve. You also spend a lot of time learning about the different partners for 10 or the different ways to make 10. These are some more equations that you should have memorized. You should automatically see 8 plus 2 and know that they are friends for 10. So spend some time this summer really making sure that you have all of these facts memorized as well, and that will help you be a better mathematician in 2nd grade. The last strategy that we're going to talk about is one that you guys learned pretty early on this year and had a lot of time to practice, and that is the count on and the count back strategies. So we learned that we count on to add. So if we wanted to add 2 numbers together, step 1 is put the bigger number in your brain, and step 2 is count on to add. Same thing with subtracting. If we're going to subtract like 8 minus 5, step 1 is to put the bigger number in our brain. So I would put the number 8 in my brain and count back 5 times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I counted back until I was holding up 5 fingers, and the last number I said was 3. You guys are experts at using the count on and the count back strategies. I hope that this video helped you remember some of the strategies that you learned this year in 1st grade, and that you will spend some time this summer practicing these strategies so that you can be a super mathematician when you get to 2nd grade.